New exclusive details on a story we first brought you Wednesday. It's about the Ford government's plan to close some ServiceOntario locations, replacing them with kiosks inside Staples Canada stores. Sources tell CityNews at least 11 ServiceOntario locations are being shut by the government. Here's the map. You can see the closures include several outlets in the GTHA, including Toronto, Mississauga, Hamilton, and Newmarket. What's more, the Ford government confirms to me that the deal with Staples was sole sourced, meaning there was no open bidding process allowing companies to bid. It's news that has the leader of the opposition searching for answers here at Queen's Park. But we've seen this before, like the post office, they're in private operations now too. Is this so bad, do you think, that they're doing?
What's concerning to me about this is how did the government come to the decision to turn to a U.S.-owned corporation like Staples to provide this service to Ontarians? What are the implications of that? I certainly want to know the details of that deal and how they and why they chose Staples. You know, when there are certainly already, small businesses in Ontario that have been providing this kind of service for some time.
It fits within the government's overall strategy of corporatizing public services. I'd be curious to know whether there are any investors or donors who have been pushing for this, but I simply don't know, and I'm keen to learn as much as I can about this.
Now, the government says each of the ServiceOntario locations closed will be replaced with a kiosk at a nearby Staples, and that service won't be interrupted. In a statement to CityNews, a spokesperson for the Premier writes in part, quote, "A number of factors were considered when our government conducted lengthy consultations with retail partners on the pilot, including the size of stores, parking availability, number of locations across Ontario, and willingness to participate. Staples Canada was selected as all locations met this criteria, and customers will be able to benefit from a 30% improvement in current service availability hours." And sources tell CityNews a lot of the ServiceOntario locations being shut are family-owned, in some cases for decades. Owners, I'm told, were given just weeks' notice that they were being shut down. At Queen's Park, Richard Southern, CityNews.